Divine Feminine update in the house. How you guys doing? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started. This message is for the Divine Feminine, for the collective, what they need to hear. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides, for your messages for the divine. For all of those who are on their spiritual journey, on their divine feminine journey, welcome. This is HP Marlana, and I'm happy to say I'm here to play. No, I'm just kidding. How you guys doing? We're going to start off. Wow. All right. We're going to start off with the Goddess deck. So we're going to look into what we're expecting for the Divine Feminine for the next upcoming few weeks, month. This really isn't time sensitive. This is pretty much what's going on. Anytime that you really need to watch something kind of inspirational in regards to your Divine Feminine journey, these are the times where you go back and look at these videos. These videos, that, like I said, are not time sensitive. It's great information. It's great journey information. It lets you know where you're going, where other people have gone through, all that good stuff. Good evening. Hello. Hi, guys. How you doing? You know, so this is also a wonderful time to be able to just reflect on some of the things we learned last year. So definitely go back and watch some of the other videos. But I love what came out first for my Divine Feminines. Hawthorne. This is the goddess of pleasure. Let's do this. Okay. You know, I was looking for something, but I can't seem to find it. Whew. Anyway, we're good. So let's go ahead and find out what's going on. I want to get a little more clarity in regards to this. I'm going to hit the chakra deck next so I can see what's going on in regards to pleasure for the Divine Feminines. All right. I'm looking for something, but I can't seem to find it. Anyway, it's all good. How you guys doing? Welcome. All right. We have inspiration, forgiveness. This is about letting go of the past, guys. All right. We also have compassion that just flew out too. So let me just show you. More wants to come out. It's so funny because the energies that I'm feeling is really a good energy for the Divine Feminine. It's a very confident energy. But what I'm feeling is this energy of, if I'm good, then really no one can kind of take it from me. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So it's really like learning, if I put myself first, put my needs, put my wants, desires, what you enjoy, you know, loving oneself, all these good things. If you do this first, then everything else kind of can fall in line. That's the energy I'm feeling today in regards to this message. So this allows you to kind of accept other people for where they are. You know, this allows you to kind of accept your journey for what it is, you know, not, you know, judge your journey, not feel guilty for what you allowed, what have you, whatever that is, you know. And then we have, you know, this level of forgiveness, which allows that level of healing for the Divine Feminine, which I love here. But all of this, what I love about this so much is what it brings. So with all this forgiveness, this healing, this growth, what it brings in or allows for you to have is this inspiration, this level of opening creativity. This may be in soaps, it may be in body products, whatever it is. It's just opening you up, you know, opening up our Divine Feminine to create children, create, you know, a new path in life, whatever it is. It's putting the power back in your hands. I love this. Okay. Whew. At the bottom of the deck, we also had your physical health. This speaks to just being your vitality. Okay. This speaks to your body image, loving who you are. Again, having that level of strength, creating balance in your life. This is really good. It's a good beginning, good start. I think this is going to be a beautiful reading, by the way. I think this is going to be a beautiful reading. Let me go ahead and look at the wisdom deck. Let's see what this overall energy will speak to for today for the Divine Feminines, and then we'll get a little deeper into all of this. Wow. Okay. You have a choice to make, Divine Feminines. Look at this. You have a choice to make. All right. And I'm just going to put it out there because, you know, I'm nosy. So I'm just going to ask what the choices are. I'm just going to ask. What are these choices that they're talking about? Wow. All right. The past. It's really about, what I'm hearing is the past versus the future. What I'm seeing is the past energy, what you perhaps had wished for when it pertained to someone who was maybe well-to-do, what have you, but that could be that past here. And then we're also seeing like a lack of, what I'm seeing here actually is receiving. I'm hearing receiving. Because we have here the Nine of Pentacles, which to me speaks of giving, obtaining money, all that as well. And this deck here always looks to me like she's giving something away here. But when it's in reverse to me, it's like she's receiving. So it's a choice to be like this fiery energy, this passionate goddess, woman, what have you, enjoying all, or stay in the past. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get a little deeper. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Counselor. Again, this speaks to that compassion. This speaks to understanding, really. Divine feminines, I'm going to just tell you now where this is going. Some of y'all may not like it. Some of you may, but some of you may not like it. Okay, let's go ahead. Because I already see this. I'm going to pull out the Romance Oracle deck just to see overall what we are seeing for the Divine Feminines, as well as we're looking at this energy. Again, to me, this is all about you can leave the past in the past or move towards what you enjoy, what you love. What I'm also feeling with this message of pleasure, this is also like an unconditional, wow, I said unconditional, but I meant to say unconventional. But this is also unconditional love as well. But this unconventional way of being is not what you're going to normally see, I would say, on TV or something like that. This is not going to be, you looking for your pleasure is not going to be in what everybody else is doing, more or less. Because I just had to check they was like, check yourself on that one. Okay, I hear you. Check yourself. Yeah, more or less it is what other people are doing too. But what it comes down to is the acceptable practices, So what you might tend to enjoy, like for instance, when it comes to your body image, what you may tend to enjoy may be different from what, like your body image, what you may enjoy, like whatever you like, you see what I'm saying, may be different from what the world likes. All of that to say, you just have a different perspective and a different way of dealing with it. Okay. All right, let's see what else came out here. Let's see what came out here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for a second. Okay, one moment. I have to get a charger. I'm going to have to because I thought I had my phone charging, but apparently I didn't. So now it's dying. So I'm going to quickly plug it up, guys. So just forgive me one moment. I'm almost there. I'm going to have to adjust this a bit so I can actually have it right there for you guys. All right. Oh, wow. And then it has the nerve to be on this side. Okay, I'm going to adjust my chair and all of that too, guys. So just FYI. Hopefully this makes sense. Okay, here we go. All right. Whew. Okay. You guys see my fluffy chair? And this is my pillows and everything that go in my fluffy chair. I'm sorry, guys. All right. Almost there. This looks crazy. I hope this doesn't cut me off. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I know y'all like, I wish you would have came prepared, please. Make sure you're prepared the next time. I hear you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Oh, and then I have my TV in the background, which I did not want to happen. Un momento, mami. All right. I don't want there to be any confusion. Okay. Whew. All right, here we go. I'm back. One more again. Okay. All right. All right. Can you guys see me okay? Let me turn up the light a little bit. All right. There we go. All right. Can you guys see? Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for your understanding. You guys are so sweet. All right, guys. So let's go ahead because I want to get to this pleasure. Again, this is an unconventional way of thinking, you know. So I just want to go into that a little deeper because what I feel like Spirit is trying to say in regards to this situation is simply that it's like what's in your best interest and not to kind of, you know, steer away from that. Let me look into the emotions. But like I said, this is what I'm seeing here, guys. So I want to get into this wedding. This really speaks to this situation, involves marriage. All right, y'all. Y'all want to go there? Do y'all want to go there? This is the Divine Feminine chat. Do y'all want to go there? All right. So if any of you are dealing with a situation, could be married or in a marital type situation or a situation that involves a marriage, Spirit is saying to listen to your messages, okay? This is talking about something new coming up. A new day is dawning as it pertains to the perception, you know, the perception of marriage. It's so funny. Spirit, okay, you know, I don't like telling my business, but a friend of mine said that their friend told them, said something to the fact of, can you be my partner for life? Like a partner, like no matter what goes down, no matter what, is a partner for life. Like they may have been married before and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, they're like, look, but I want you to be my partner for life. Like the difference between marriage and really like that journey you want to go on, all of that, it's different. Now, granted, I've been married twice, so I totally believe in the whole marital thing. But of course, I've been married twice and I'm currently single, FYI. So that might tell you something else as well, because it's some parts of marriage that I don't agree with. It's many parts, honestly, you know, that obey shit, you know, don't get me started. You know, I just don't get down like that, right? So all of that to say, it's a different perception when it comes to marriage now. So for the Divine Feminine, is what is that for you? Now, granted, I'm not going to say I would never get married again. I would never say that. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you know, this marital concept is what to me is changing here, but also in a way to where it brings pleasure to my Divine Feminines. You know, we was live here before. What were we talking about, guys? I don't know if it was Divine Feminine or not, and we were talking about the whole Bridgerton and how I told, you know, my daughter, look at that. Like, this is the foundation of it. It came from a place of lack for women. So now what do you do when you're in a situation and you're still 20 or 100 years later or 200 years later trying to perpetuate a cycle that was created in a place of lack for women? So now if you're trying to be powerful, you're trying to, you know, love who you are, you're trying to enjoy who you are, be free with it, you know, all of that, and you're still fighting against this concept, this creates confusion. So now, Spirit, I already told y'all, I already kind of feel like we're going somewhere here. And it leads you to a place where you're now like, okay, well, what do I want? Like, if I'm here and if I want to do this construct here, does that mean I have to bow down, be less than, put someone else's needs above my own? All of these things, do I have to do that here? And then you look, I see the eyes over there, Marsha. Hold up now. And then you have you over here loving you, wanting to enjoy life and all of that. It's like, who do you choose? Do you choose you? Do you choose you? You know, who do you choose? And so this brings in a slight, you know, it's like you're in a conundrum here. Like, what do I do? Like, what's going on here? So Spirit is saying a new day is coming. I mean, you can, you know, believe me or don't believe me, but what I'm seeing here is a new day is dawning. Listen to your guidance. Okay, so that was one message. Let's take it an extra step further. Now, again, when we started this reading, we spoke to this level of compassion and forgiveness and how it then adds this, it brings in or ushers in this level of creativity to where you can now create your own life, your own being. You don't have to walk in this expectation for you. You don't have to feel guilty or regretful if you're not the dot, or if you end up being the so-called spinster or whatever, all of that, it's crazy, so the point is, it's like leading you to kind of forgive the situation, what happened here, move on, have compassion for the situation, forgive it, and then allow this ushering in of spirit to kind of fulfill this void, this need for you, and then what comes with this is another way of thinking, a new way of learning, a new level of inspiration, a new level of creativity, passion, money. I'm seeing all of that here, so, which I love, right? So let's just take it an extra step further. So it ushers in a level of receiving passion, real passion and receiving for our divine feminines. How beautiful is that, right? How beautiful is that? Okay, so let me see what other goddess messages come out, because we started off with the goddess of pleasure here. So let's see what other goddess messages come out for the divine feminine, okay? So I love this. I love where we're going here. I love where spirit is guiding me here. Let's see where the next goddess that wants to usher in another message for us. What is it pertaining to for the divine feminines? Ooh, okay. I love this. Wow, you have like 3 of them. Look, you have abundances, you have abundance, challenge, and then you have growth here. Okay, so I do want to let you know that abundance came out first for the divine feminine. So like I said, that inspiration ushers in a level of abundance. So now you have to start thinking, okay, do I really have to do these kinds of things? And this is where, a lot of masculines get upset, because they're like, well, if you don't need me, but feminines do the same thing. Well, if you don't need me, it's like this codependent energy. And so now it's kind of coming out of this codependent energy of, but if you don't need me for this, and if you don't need me for that, like if I can't provide for you, then I'm not a man. And if I can't love you the way, you want me to love you, then I'm not a woman. Or if I can't, birth your children, then I'm not a woman, or whatever that is, that stipulation that's put on women and men to make it feel like they are, less than if they're unable to do a certain thing, right? So this ushers in your abundance. So do you really need someone to kind of, provide in essence for you? Is it a wonderful thing? Absolutely. But is it a necessity when it comes to you in marriage? Is it a necessity when it comes to you in your life? Now, I'm not saying nothing's wrong with getting with money. I need y'all to just make sure you understand this about me. I love to receive. But what I'm talking about is when you're dependent, okay? When you have put yourself in a level of dependency for a thing, someone, a house, a living situation, success, whatever that is for you. Now you have put yourself in a level of dependency to where now you are unable to be who you really are, because you're too busy chasing after this, abundance coming from someone else, not from yourself. So it's like you can't even like really be who you are, because you're too busy trying to, covet a thing, right? But if you have it for yourself, my love for you is not conditioned, right? This unconditional love, if we really want to talk about that, right? It's not conditional. It's no longer conditional on what you can do for me, right? It's deeper than that. And that's where we're trying to grow, okay? That's where we're trying to grow. So we have the goddess here of growth. So we're trying to grow past that. Now, again, I just must convey that I love money. I just must convey I'm an accountant that I went to school for to play with money. Okay, so know that, of course, yes, I want someone on my same playing field. Yes, I want this. But of course, that's great. But what I do want to say is I don't want to be dependent upon you and yours. Not me. That's just my perspective. This is Divine Feminine channel, for HP Marlana. I just want to say this. So this is just my perspective on life. You ain't got to take none of this to heart. I'm just letting you know, this is my perspective. So all that to say, so when it comes to this level of abundance in your life that you really want, is your abundance conditioned upon someone else? Can someone manipulate you for your abundance? You see what I'm saying? What is that really, right? Can someone really, take something from you because of this abundance? That's theirs, not yours. Or, whatever. So all of that to say we want to grow. But I just must say that this is challenging. What came out right next to abundance was this challenge. This is the challenge when it comes to the divine feminines, when it comes to females and all that, when it comes to relationships. Because in many relationships, money, it does play a major role. And again, we know the reason why, right? Because, back in the day, women weren't allowed to have their own money. You couldn't even get your own father's money, right? So now you're having to be married off or married to somebody, or, whether it be a tribe or another country, whatever it is, in order to sustain. And if your husband or if your father passed, you had nothing. Even your children would get it first. Your son would get it first before you. And you're the mother. Like, this is the challenge. This is the conundrum. So if I'm dependent upon someone to wed, to be my provider, this is now the challenge when it comes to me loving me. Because I'm not able to love me because I'm over here trying to succeed here. So when many people get out of marriages, been there, done that, got a t-shirt in it, they don't know who they are. They're far from it. They have no idea who they are. They know how to be a mother. They know how to be a wife. They know how to be a friend. They know how to be everything but what they need to be to themselves. This is the challenge. Money really plays a major role here. But nonetheless, like I said, but we're going to grow through this now. So this is a time of growth for this. Growth for your best, bringing forth a level of justice here. Equality, this is, and it's going to challenge, guess what? Your belief system. So this is a whole mindset. This is a whole change in mindset. And trust me, it's not easy. When you've been conditioned to believe that happily ever after comes with the ring or a guy on a white horse, Challenge accepted. I know that's right. Moving forward. Go ahead, Boo-Boo. I love it. But it is. It's challenging because you're going to be met with a challenge like every day. You're going to be met with a challenge. If it's not, through your job, your work, your friends, your family, if it's not through basic, it's going to be through TV or through journalism, or it's through an article or blog. It's going to be through a vlog. It's going to be through some means of communication that's going to come in front of your face that's going to sit here and say that you are not enough if you don't have ... I must say, a quick example. I love to go to the mountains. We go skiing, me and my girlfriends and our families and everything. We would go skiing like once a year or at least twice a year. We would kind of go. Anyway, we haven't been in years. We were going to go out to a cabin, get in a big cabin, out in the middle of nowhere, soon. And so one of my friends said, yeah, but some people are going to be coupled and I don't want to go if basically, her significant other couldn't go because we were going to share a room, right? And I'm like, okay, well, it's up to you what you want to do, but okay. But the fact that you can't, kind of do something on your own, or you are conditioned, like this could have made me feel some kind of way. Like, I ain't trying to take nobody with me. I mean, I've done that where you've gone on vacations with folk. Now, this could be with girlfriends, men friends, whatever. And people know how to, like, fuck a wet dream, okay? They will, a wet dream, Seriously, like, they will. Like, it could be the most beautiful place, but then they will sit there and nitpick on the smallest, dumbest that's going to sit there and make you pissed by the end of your beautiful vacation. So, I'm very conscientious of who I allow to go on vacation with me. Okay. Now, of course, these are people I've known for 30 some odd years. So the girlfriend I'm talking about, I've known for 30 years. So I know they BS, but sometimes, some other people you may not know too well, you don't know they BS. So all that to say, you already know what this is coming with. But the point is, again, it could be met with that challenge right there of, oh, okay, now you don't want to go skiing. You don't want to just go hang out, chill out. Relax. I love the woods. You guys, if you guys see my place, I live in the woods, I love the cabin feel. I love that whole outside. I love to go out. I would go out in the snow and just sit and just numb your hold and get killed. You know what I mean? I will just do what I got to do, okay? But I'm okay being by myself. And I will go on vacations by myself. I do a lot of things by myself because I just enjoy being with me. Now, if you're not so comfortable with that, I would say try it a couple times. If you guys have followed me on Instagram, you'll see I'll just go out to the beach. I'll just go drive on my own. I'll just feel like it and I'll just go. Take the dog, even if I don't want the dog to come. Point is, I will just go. Drive 3-4 hours. Just do it. If I'm on vacation with my friends, I will bounce. Like if y'all don't want to go shopping, deuces. I'll see you. I will be back, okay? I'm just saying. So all of that to say, this is going to be met with challenge. That's what I want to make clear. And it's going to really, mess with your belief system. You'll be met with challenges along the way. So you just have to know this is going to come if you decide to take on this challenge and grow in this kind of way, okay? Let's see what else Spirit has for us. Let's go ahead a little deeper into that a little bit more. Let's see. I do want to get into the beliefs here. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. Let's see what challenges may come. And I also want to get into these beliefs. So I want to take it an extra step further. Let's go and address this belief system here. Clarify the beliefs here. What challenges will they be challenged with pertaining to their belief system? Yeah. And this makes so much sense. Your stability will be challenged. So now you almost have to think like, okay, so if I don't have this extra source of income, if I don't have this other person to go to, what have you, am I still okay if I don't have this go-to person or what have you? This is going to be making you think practically. You know, you're going to step away from the whole spiritual aspect and you're going to start thinking real logically. And that's what, because this world is like based on logic. This world, you have to have a job in order to survive. You have to, you know, but yet there are a lot of people who don't have jobs and they still have homes and kids still go to good schools. And so there's ways around this. But if you really truly believe in the system that's been created, that you've been conditioned to believe on this 3D realm, you would believe that without these things or without a job or without an education, depending upon what station or class or whatever, how you were raised, whatever you are in life, this is what would make you think like, okay, can I do this or can't I do this? Someone who hasn't had, whose parents didn't have, they would say, you know what? I think I could do this and I don't have to do the same thing. Someone who didn't and who worked all their lives, they will feel like, well, I got to work all my life. You know, so it's just all about your stability. That's what's going to come up. And so then we also have music here. What does this have to do with the chi in China? I'm just saying, I'm going to have to ask. Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides, what is this music and the silence and the rhythm and the vibration? The vibrations have to do with your stability. All right, so this lowers your vibration. Okay, so when you start to feel like this lack or feel like you're not stable, all of that, it kind of lowers your vibration, which then takes away your manifestation abilities and then so on and so forth. So it's almost like a spiraling effect, a spiral down effect. So just be careful of that. So all of that to say, your belief system will be challenged, your stability will be challenged, and what's practical and logic will be challenged. All right. Let me see how that's going to make you kind of feel emotionally. Let's see what the emotional message, emotions. Like I said, this is definitely a challenge, ladies. Divine feminines. Because you're going to be met with challenges. Wow. You're going to have to just do something different. Again, it's coming out again. A new day is dawn. A new day has dawned. Okay, so it's coming out again. This is number one. This is a brand new start, a new beginning. Right? This is a new beginning. Know that you belong. Okay, so know that you can do it. It's like a level of confidence that now has to come with this whole way of thinking. So I'm just letting you guys know that. Let me get you some advice regarding this as well. Because I do see this as definitely being a challenge for many. And it's the belief system that you're going to have to like fight against. Not just your own, but the people around you. Surrender now. How beautiful is that? That's the moth spirit. That's 9. This is the moth. Oh, okay. What else is coming out? Believe in yourself. Oh, how beautiful is that? Right, divine feminine? So Okay, I'm feeling this one too. What's going on? You're never alone. That's beautiful. Both of these messages are speaking to, even if you don't have this specific person, a husband or that significant other in your life. Y'all saw what I was about to say, right? That significant other in your life, you're still not alone. But, society will lead you believe that, you can't get that picket house. What is it? The white picket fence, without this, right? Wow, this and that are true. We also have transformation is beautiful. So all of that to say, you're never alone when it comes to this. Even if you don't have this person in your life right now, you still have people in the past, you still have family, you still have other people around you that are willing to help you, and you'd be surprised. The abundant universe will provide. How beautiful, how on point is that? This goes back to that, to this understanding of God is your source, and your salvation. Don't get me started, don't make me go back to church to y'all. But point is, this is like realizing that it's not the masculine is not that you have to have. It's that tenaciousness you need to have within yourself to know that you can handle it yourself, do it yourself. And I'm not saying again that you can't have this, that this is not something you deserve or want or whatever. If it comes in, that's great, but it's a level of dependency that I'm talking about here. What they say, anything done in excess is too much, right? Anything that you do in excess is just too much. I don't care, if you looking at yourself in the mirror, too much is in excess, but many of us need to look at ourselves in the mirror a little bit more. I'm just saying. But I mean, anything can be so-called in excess. So just be careful. So just know that you're never alone. I'm going to pull an abundance message for you guys. Let's see what, ooh, you already getting started? Really? Hold up one moment. Ooh, okay. I guess they're not playing. Look at this. Organize for success, okay? Organize for success, guys, as well as partnership, okay? So I'm going to read organize for success first, okay? Do not let the word organize intimidate you. I also want to add to this message, you doing it on your own. Don't let it intimidate you. Don't get me started. Feminine's been doing it for years, decades, forever. I'm just saying, don't get me started. Don't make me go back into history. I'm just saying. Okay, do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan the next action steps, okay? So by you handling your own business, doing you, boo, by you handling you then organize success. Allow helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. Now, I do want to stipulate helpful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So this can come in many ways, but it does not have to come through a significant other. So all of that to say, when you put your belief in spirit, God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides, your spirit, your universal journey over a person, you will always succeed. Because trust me, a person is limited time only. No, for a limited time only. No, don't get me started. But I mean, the point is, they are being guided by others, by spirit, by the universe. So if this universe doesn't give it to them to give to you, you still don't have anyway. So again, go to the source, right? Who's the source? Visualize abundance in all forms. So that's awesome. I love that. What other messages? Okay, spirit keeps guiding me over here, but I keep avoiding it. I'm just saying. But let's go here. How you guys doing tonight? Do you guys understand this message? Y'all got any questions? I know some of y'all like, hold up, wait a minute. What's wrong with wanting money? Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. I like it. I like it like that. Okay, what advice do we have for our divine feminines? Okay, popped out, guys. You said clear messages. Good. Okay, great. You guys received divine guidance. Okay. Again, this is a message from above, being guided from messages from above. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. Again, this is talking about finding divine guidance, following your divine guidance. This is Archangel Sandalphon. Okay. You might want to call on Archangel Sandalphon. This is also number 5, which speaks to change. Again, change in mindset. What else do they need to know? Okay, seek out other possibilities. Again, this is about, you know, at the beginning of this reading, we had this beautiful energy of inspiration. First, compassion, forgiveness, and then being inspired to learn, do something new, getting sparks of ideas. This is speaking to seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. I love this. Be aware of your own emotions in the process as well. Now, that's a kind of deep message, because your emotions really speak about, a lot of times when your emotions come up, it's coming from a place of so let me give you an example. Like I said nothing, right? I said really nothing, right? But let me give you an example. So let's say you're having a hard time, right? Let's say your finances are, you know, a little wobbly. Let's say you're not quite sure if you're going to have your job. All these things will put you on alert, put you in, like I said, like that lower vibrational energy that brings you into that red chakra energy, because you start having to deal with your basic fundamental needs. That also brings in that animal instinct that we all have, that makes you deal with what is, you know, so when you're there, okay, when you're there, it's like it's hard for you to believe in almost magic. It's like when you're there, you're like, okay, what do I need to do? What are the practical things I need to do to make sure my family's going to eat? You start thinking real logical, right? And you start doing what you got to do, whatever that may be, right? So that then brings you to a place of where you're emotional. So you're now thinking from logic. Emotion is what sparked it. Now you're going logic. It's almost like all of it's like just decreasing your vibration. You know, I tell people all the time, like for instance, for me, one of the things that I do, like I create all kinds of wants and desires in my life because it keeps me motivated to keep going. Like, you know, like for instance, I told my daughter, you could go to any college you want to go to. I'll take care of it. Now, granted, I ain't got it like that for real, right? Or seemingly so, right? But all I know is spirit makes a way every single time. I half the time don't know how a bill's gonna get paid, this, that, and the other sometimes. Now, granted, I've lived a life to where I've been punching every number. Like I said, I'm an accountant by trade. I know what I can afford and what I can't afford. But if you want to live in that life, because I grew up in that life, I grew up with a single family household. Did I say a single family? I guess a single family. Is that single family? No, in a single parent household, where I'm the oldest sibling, taking care of my younger sibling. And in that household, everything was all about, you know, it's 555. You guys see that? Oh, you said it's 555. What did you guys say? Survival. Yeah. So, you know, the way I grew up was you have to actually always, you know, you gotta count your numbers, something's gotta be on sale, or, you know, and a lot of my people in my family were that way as well. But it was a choice on whether or not I wanted to be the same way or not. So I could say and count every penny and hold on to everything that I have, but it also doesn't create a suction for more to come in because you're holding on to it. So let me teach you, I don't know much about physics, but but I'm about to tell you something that I truly believe. I truly believe that if you create a hole, it will be filled. Meaning, if you're holding on to something, let's say you have $100 and you're holding on for dear life, I'm going to pay $1 towards food. I'm going to pay $1 towards the bus. I'm going to pay $1 towards, you know, this, and I'm going to hold on to the rest of it. Then you'll be lucky if you get one of them dollars back, maybe another $1.50, and then you're going to lose money in the process because it's going to be, so you're going to have money coming in. Let's say you get $3 more because you're like, well, I think $3 more is going to come in, so I'm going to spend $3. You know, don't act like y'all never waited for your paycheck to come in or your taxes to come in, and you're like it's already spent before you got the taxes. Don't get me started, y'all. Don't make me call you out. But the point that I'm saying is here is you already counting those funds before it come in, right? I mean, am I being real? I mean, you feel me? So with that, it's already counted. So you only made room for that amount to come in. So you spent it because you're waiting for it to come in. What I'm saying is if you create a bigger hole, you know, then spirit will usher in help. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, for instance, the other day, I must say, you know, for instance, the other day, you know, spirit just guides me, right? I picked up an old lady walking on the side of the road. I don't pick up, you know, hitchhikers, right? But it was an older, looked like she was like 70, 80-year-old woman suffering near the train tracks. You know, I'm like, her house can't be nowhere near here because, you know, it had to be at least a mile away. And I drove by, and, you know, with COVID and everything, I always tell you guys, regardless of COVID, I always feel like take care of the elders, right? And I went on ahead and bucked the U because I was like, okay, Spirit's telling me she needs help. You know, she didn't seem to have a phone on her. She didn't call nobody, nothing. And I just pulled her. I said, ma'am, do you need help? I stayed away. I had my mask on and everything. And I asked her now, do you need help? And she was like, oh, yes, thank you so much. You know, she was so grateful. All of that to say, I dropped her off. It was about a mile away. She would have still been walking. Not now, but, you know, point was, you know, and I felt like I needed to help that woman. Spirit put that on my heart. The universe created the time. The universe created the exact moment when I needed to go by her, drive by her, see her, acknowledge her, recognize she's even walking on, you see what I'm saying? So Spirit did that. She might have prayed. I personally think she prayed. Like, God help me. Can somebody help me? You know, and I've done that plenty of times too, where you just ask God. That's how powerful your voice is. You just ask for help and God will provide. I truly believe that. So all of that to say, I just want to make it clear to you guys, divine unfolding. It's beautiful. I love it. Absolutely. That's divine guidance. You will be divinely guided. If you want, you will be divinely guided to what it is that you want. There are going to be people around you looking at you like, well, if you want it, then you need to go get it your damn self, you know. But what I'm saying is, if it's something that you want, and if you create that hole and allow that suction to come in, God will provide. So this whole message has really been about, you know, it seems like this message has been on point, right? Let me go ahead and get you guys some advice so I can get on out of here. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. Thank you for your messages for the divine feminines today. This level of growth that they're seeing, recognizing that they're never alone, that you're always with them, that they can seek out other possible strategies. I love this already. It's beautiful. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I love this. Look. Have an attitude of gratitude. 1. 2. Trust your intuition. Okay? Right? Number 3. How appropriate. Abundance is your right. Now again, I just want to say one more time. I'm not saying that you can't accept gifts. I'm not saying, as a matter of fact, I accept them all the time. I give them to myself all the time too. You know, so all of that to say, I just want you to know that your abundance comes from God, not from a person. But society will lead you to believe that a person has to fulfill that need for you and that you can't fulfill that need fully yourself. You know, I told someone a long time ago that I didn't allow my second husband to move in with me when I bought a new house because peace of mind, you know, was more important to me than any money he could have put down on the house, you know, or any bills he could have paid. Peace of mind is something that I needed more than anything. And I wasn't willing to sacrifice my peace of mind for $1. My currency is too high for that. I don't have time for that. So at the time, it was not a good move for me. And I refused to make that move. I recognized it. I realized it, and I acted upon it. And I guess whose hands I put it in? God. I put it in God to make a way, and God's been making a way ever since. And it's been peaceful. It's been peaceful, you know. Let me see what other messages we have for you. Oh, hold up. Okay, they said Divine Rebel. Okay, we got the, all right, let's pull in the Sacred Rebel deck. If you guys are interested in any of the cards, some of the information is below. I love this deck here. Sacred Rebel deck. So Spirit is saying this is the last message. I'm hoping. Look, I'm hoping. Did you guys good? All right. Oh, there you go. Whoop, there it is. All right. I'm being released, guys. Here we go. I love this. How beautiful is that? The perfection of life. Actually, I want to say this has come out in most readings for January. I must say this perfection of life has come out in so many. Yeah, is that deck on Amazon? Yes. Actually, if you look below in the details, in the description below, you might find a link to it. That'll take you right there. But the perfection of life. Look at that. So that's number 30. Let me go ahead and read this to you really quickly. Just give you an overview of this perfection of life. But let me tell you, I already know what it means, okay? You're welcome. This perfection of life speaks to you wanting to get to a certain place. And sometimes it requires some type of movement in a different direction to get you there. Many times you want to take a straight shot to wherever you want to go. It might be to a new venture. It might be to a new love. It's like you wanting to go straight. Okay, Spirit is giving me an example of like the GPS. Like whenever I go on Waze, right, it will tell you, oh, it's only 30 miles to that location. But when you put it in, you actually got to drive on the street and not through people's houses and trees. It might be 45 miles, right? So sometimes you got to take some twists and turns. You got to stay on the street, the road that's been paved for you if you're driving anyway. If you want to walk, I guess you can walk through anybody's yard. But the point is, the direction, the straight shot is usually going to be different issues, different things in your way. So you just got to get around it. So this speaks to the perfection, and it speaks to manifestation, okay? Have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be very beautiful and elegant. This is certainly different to those that are on the ground, which their view looks violent. So too there is great beauty in your own life now. However, at this point in the natural process, you may be experiencing anxiety rather than the beauty of life. You may sense it as internal chaos. You may feel it as something that is waiting to erupt from within, as a restlessness or anxiety that cannot quiet. Perhaps the chaos is fully fledged and a person or situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc, upheavals, or change and uncertainty in the world. Whether the chaos seems subtle or strong, internal or external, this oracle brings the same message for you. All is unfolding according to the perfection of life. This is all about the higher order of things, okay? Let me skip a little further. It says you are currently enduring a cosmic spiritual storm, which is having an impact on you. It is clearing things out, ruffling feathers, and preparing you for that lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that comes once the storm has finally passed. If you have drawn this, that's what it is best for you. So for the divine feminines, I'm telling you, like it may seem like things aren't, and like I said, it's going to come with challenges. This just speaks to the challenge, the upheaval, the havoc, the chaos. Again, you're looking at a storm from the view of like a satellite onto the earth. The storm looks beautiful. It looks like a nice, beautiful circle of clouds, and it has a little eye in the middle where the calm is of the storm. It's so cute. But when you're on the ground, you're like, hold up, wait a minute, cars are moving, cows, and you guys see seen that movie Twisted? I'm saying, watch it. It's back in the day. It's back in the day movie. I'm older than I look, but watch Twister. I mean, that just shows you how beautiful it looks on the outside, but again, when you get on the inside, you're feeling this. Some of your stomachs may feel like this. Okay, it's an illusion. Absolutely, I love it. Beautiful. Yeah, you got that right, Marsha. You can't buy peace of mind. I just saw that. Yeah, you got that right. So with this perfection of life, this just again speaks to you being able to get what you want. But sometimes it's not going to take a straight shot. It's going to require you to take the road, the back road, whatever. Take the path that's set for you. And it's going to be many challenges on the way, but you're going to get there. But what I liked about this message the most is how it speaks to the beauty of it also. The refreshingness that you get after a storm. This is refreshing air. After it rains, it's refreshing. After this, the spring comes in. After winter, you have spring. All these beautiful things. So just know that, okay? I think I'm good. I keep looking at this, and I would love to know your perspective in regards to this and how this pertains to your life. Definitely leave your comments below. This is just very interesting because, like I said, this growth process is going to be challenging because it's going to be people around you who are not going to, understand your perspective. But Spirit is saying the whole time, trust your intuition. Have an attitude of gratitude with everything you have. And abundance is your right. Like I said, some of you might be in a fork in the road between you and this perception of love. And this is going to be challenging for you because you're going to feel like I can't be abundant without it. But Spirit is saying, absolutely, yes, you can. Spirit is saying you're never alone, right? You're never alone. You're going to be guided. But again, your beliefs are going to be challenged. But the beginning of this reading is all about what's best for you, your pleasure. I love you guys. I really enjoyed doing this tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with the pick a card. So I hope you guys can come live with me tomorrow morning. I started to pick a card last week. If you want to look more into love, definitely go back and look at that. And I think we're good. You guys have a good night, okay? Yes, and to maintain peace of mind. Absolutely. In the mix of the storm. I love it. I love it. Thank you, guys. Blessings. Bye-bye.